guys, I'm back. I think the last time I did an update was like 3 weeks ago. So that's probably not great of me, and I'm sorry about that. I did upload a video a week or a week and a half ago. I said in my video specifically that I had been crying over a lot of things. Like, everything was just making me so emotional, and I was like bawling my eyes out at all of these different things. And for some reason, I guess it was the way I edited it, or I touched my hair too much, people were just like really negative on it, and they weren't necessarily mean, but it was just a lot of negativity. And I was just way too emotional at that point in my pregnancy to deal with it. Like, I was 10 weeks and 2 days or something, or 4 days or something, and I was crying about everything, and so I spent my day just crying over these comments. And so I was just like, you know, like, I don't have too much control over my emotions right now, but I have control over like what gets into my life to make me emotional. And so I just straight up said, I'm deleting the video, I'm not going to deal with it, because I just didn't want to, and it was probably a little immature for me to do that, I guess, but I didn't really care. I was emotional, and it made me feel better, so that's what I did. But I am 12 weeks tomorrow. Can you even believe it? Like, a lot of you guys have seen my pregnancy test where I found out I was pregnant. It wasn't that long ago, but it was like a while ago, and it's just so weird that I've gotten to 12 weeks, you know? A lot of people have different opinions of whether like the second trimester starts at like 12 or the end of 13 or whatever. But I'm just happy I got to 12. That's farther than I got to 12 with my last one, but I probably miscarried earlier than that and just didn't know. I find the heartbeat every single day. I'll put in a clip right here of me finding it. I can find it. I put the Doppler on before I even turn it on, and sometimes I'll already be on the baby, and as soon as I turn it on, I'll hear the heartbeat. So that's awesome. I find it every day super easily. Makes these weeks go by so much faster. 1 week from today, Tuesday, on the 6th, I have another appointment, and they are gonna do an ultrasound, and I'm excited for it. Like, last time I was very, very nervous, but now I know there's a heartbeat. I hear it all the time. Things are good, and so I'm feeling great. There's not much to give you an update on because honestly, I feel amazing. I still don't have any motivation, and I'm tired all the time. I started working full time for the most part. It's been great, and I mean, it made me a little nervous at first because my symptoms started to disappear, other than my crying thing, and that's even gone now. They started to disappear about 2 weeks ago, and that made me nervous at first, but then I heard the heartbeat every day, so I was just like, then I'm just one of the lucky ones that's feeling better really early. No sickness, there's no real food aversions, there's just some that I'm just not in the mood for. We went to a hibachi grill a while ago, actually, and it was so weird. It was kind of like with my Cheesecake Factory one, if you guys remember that story. I was eating it and I was like, this is freaking incredible. Like, I loved it, but every time I took a bite, this is kind of a graphic image, but it's exactly how I would describe it. It was like I was sticking my finger down my throat. Like, I was getting more and more nauseous as I was eating it, and I was like, if I take another bite, I'll probably throw up. It was like the baby hated the food, but I loved it. So I could tell it tasted amazing, and I wanted to eat it so badly. But I was like crying through it because I wanted to eat it, but the baby was like, no, stop. So like, that sucked. But since then, I haven't really had any of that. My skin is still, it got a lot better. I do have some things from when I did break out, but I haven't really developed any new ones, but my skin has gotten super, super dry. And so like, I have some here and here that happened when I broke out like 3 weeks ago, but I don't have any oil to get rid of them, and so they're just on my face and they won't go away, and that kind of sucks. But other than that, like, I'm feeling great. I still don't have a belly even a little bit. I'll show you, but I literally don't have any belly at all. And I looked it up, and that's fairly normal for a first pregnancy. 12 weeks isn't necessarily a sign that you should be showing by now. So I have no problem with that as long as my baby's healthy. I felt like I really needed to come on and give you guys an update. We haven't announced it yet. A couple of people have written on my Instagram, and as much as I love to hear from you, don't mention my pregnancy. Nobody has yet. Nobody said like, I'm so happy for you. And that's nice because I haven't actually announced it to people that I know. I started this YouTube channel to kind of talk about my concerns and talk about and give updates and have these for records, basically. But if I did miscarry, I didn't really want anybody that I knew in person to come up and talk to me about it. When I miscarried with my first one, I got a lot of comments and they were all amazing. And that's the thing, is that I loved all of them. They were super kind, but I didn't want to hear it for like weeks. After I miscarried, I had to announce it because we did announce that I was pregnant, but people were coming up to me and like crying in my arms and apologizing and I was trying my best to just kind of like not talk about it, not think about it, ignore it. But when I got a message like 3 times a day for like weeks, it was really hard to ignore it. And I eventually went back and I read them all and I was really appreciative and I replied, but I need to kind of do that in my own time. And I kind of felt like with YouTube, I would be able to kind of just not get notifications, and so I just wouldn't know. And then when I felt like it, I could go on and read them. And that's why I was okay with announcing it early, so that if I did miscarry, like I wouldn't have people coming up to me and stuff. Also, I reached 2,000 subscribers. How did I do that? Thank you to all of you. Thank you for 2,000. I am amazed and I'm so grateful, and I'm just, thank you so much. I'll show you my belly now, and then I will see you next time. Bye.